Yo, what's going on, guys? Michael Jordan or the Copy Dog here, back with another Overwatch League video. I know it's crazy. I'm actually back. This is crazy. Today, so a lot of Overwatch League stuff has happened, right? I could go on all day talking about, Profit Ingester to Soul Dynasty, what I think of that, blah, 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 Blase, Houston Outlaws now having 5 DPS, pulling a shock, but that's not what I'm going to talk about today. I know I said on Monday I was planning on doing an Overwatch League stream Thursday, which is the 24th, but instead I'm going to be doing an Overwatch League stream where I literally talk about Overwatch League for like an hour or two, everything that's happened, and then I'm also going to be making a budget team because of the LA Valiant going full budget. Again, I'm not going to talk about those today, but that's going to be 10:25 at 12 PST. Should be fun, but that's going to happen then. But today we are strictly talking about the Paris Eternal because Paris Eternal are making the riskiest move in Overwatch League history so far. We're going to talk about it. So, as you can see on screen, Paris Eternal released Finzi, Danye, Cloudy, and Shadowburn. The Cloudy one was good. He didn't really play that well. Finzi actually played pretty decent. He was honestly one of their better players, along with Danye, and Shadowburn is just a legend, so it was kind of weird to see him go. But this is starting to line up with everything that has been rumored. So shout out to Great Cub, because if he didn't find this picture, I never would have been able to find this. But this was deleted on Reddit, and it says, Paris is going Korean. I created an account for CDL to leak some things and move on, Call of Duty League. I'm close to an owner who tells me things in confidence, but I'll always leak it. I heard some juicy news on Paris last night. He's hearing that Paris has signed the core of Element Mystic, including coaches. It's interesting as Paris is moving away from an EU team, which got them fans, and London is dropping all their Korean players. So here is what I think of it, right? So if we look at Paris Eternal's roster right now, they have the 4 French who are under contract that was told to us by the team, and then they have Cruz and Gray, right? So they have 6 roster spots available. And the leak is that they signed a core of Element Mystic, and they also signed Rush, who I believe was a coach for them. And they also had signed Nanik, I think that's his name, 9K, sorry. Why did I say Nanik? They signed 9K from the San Francisco Shock. So seeing all this is sort of making sense, right? They also, Paris also tweeted out 30 minutes later. They didn't even give the team 30 minutes, and it's their pinned tweet. We'll watch this video real quick. Let there be light. And if you notice, what was happening there is that building was sparkling. So here's where I'm getting confused, right? There was a rumor a while ago that I think it was Dallas Fuel offered like a 400K contract to Sparkle. It was the biggest one. This was before the Gauntlet. And he declined it because he wanted to be on a full Korean roster. This could have been Sparkle or it could have been someone else. I might be mixed up. It was a while ago. But it doesn't make sense to see them trying. It's so weird to see an EU team, right? When you think of Paris Eternal, you think of an EU team. They didn't have a single Korean until now. And they're taking a huge risk. This could lose them a lot of fans, right? Especially if this team, Element Mystic, which they did win the Gauntlet, right? I won't get that wrong. I don't know why I'm getting an Epic friend request thing. I don't even play Epic, besides Borderlands. Anyways, it's so interesting to see because Element Mystic, yes, they did win the Gauntlet, right? And they won it, like, kind of convincingly. They beat Atlanta really well, and they also beat Runaway, I think. I don't know if that was a close one. But it's... I don't know what to think of this, right? They're probably going to sell Gray, and they're probably going to sell Cruz. I could see, honestly, Cruz could probably go to Toronto Defiant. That could make sense in a way. I have no idea where Gray would go. Yeah, I have no idea where Gray would go. Maybe they get rid of Neko and pick up Gray, but I don't know. But they have to get rid of those 2 players basically, and they'll have 8 roster spots left. Maybe you can sell a player like Soon, but there's no way in hell they're selling Ben Best. They might be able to sell Nico, and that's like a might, and then there's no way they're selling Hip, right? So they can pick up 8 players, and it's a risky move, right? I think Element Mystic, I'm going to look this up right now. So Element Mystic currently is 9 players. So they'd have to drop 1 player in order to make this happen. I think one of the players is 17 and won't be even eligible until later. So they probably leave him out for now and just pick up the rest of them. But like this is a ballsy move. Sparkle was probably the hottest prospect coming into this season. Probably, there was a Reddit rumor where he got offers from basically every single team. And it's so interesting to see that he decided to go with Paris. And if you think he's going to Paris, and in the Gauntlet videos, like in their side times, like they said they wanted to stick together. So it would make so much sense for Sparkle to be going to this Paris Eternal team, right? It makes sense on paper, but it's so weird to see. And if this doesn't work out for Paris, if this next season, if they don't place top 4, what they should be aiming for with this roster, especially with Sparkle. Sparkle can't play till halfway through the season, right? People might not like recognize this, but his birthday is in May. So that's February, March, and April, and all of May. So he can basically start playing it. That's 4 months of the 7-month regular season where you can't play Sparkle. And I think that's not even one of their only 17-year-olds. Look at this guy. Yeah, Zai, their one of their off-support and DPS players. He can't play till later. Alpha can. I don't know if he was a starter. I'm pretty sure it was Hanbin, who will be able to start probably a week after. And then this guy, who can't even play, right? So that's 2 players now that can't play for the entire season. You have Unique. He can't play for the entire season. You have Doa, who I think can play. So you have Doa, Sparkle, and then that one guy, Undyne, will be able to, and MCD will be able to as well. So you have to pick up Sparkle, I think it was Hanbin. Basically, a lot of these players are too young to even be picked up. So if you're Paris, there's no way that there's no way I think Sparkle will agree to play with players like Ben Best. He knows he's so much better than them. So I don't know if this is going to work out. I am so happy this is happening. This is some crazy Overwatch League stuff. But I think it's too much of a risk for Paris, and I really don't see it paying out. These are great players, but I do not see this move paying out. So I am extremely worried for Paris's future. But still, it's so weird. Yeah, of all the teams that Sparkle chose, he chose this one. And just in case you guys are like, here, how do you spell his name? I don't even know how to spell his name. It's a 9. Yeah, so Sparkle. We go to him. We go to his liked posts. And this is the last post. He's like, there's no way Paris like picks up this. Like, there's no way that someone. Oh, this is so interesting. But that's going to be it for today's video. If you want to hear everything else I want to say about Overwatch League, come to the stream 10:25, 12 PST, 3 EST PM. But that's going to be it for me. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.